Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? I am super excited today to share with you the progress of my goal to save money on groceries. It has been going very well. I have to tell you, I saved a significant amount of money for the month of February and January. I was also under budget. So I'm going to give you a quick recap and I'm going to tell you how things are going, okay? I'll be showing screenshots of what I'm also talking about so you can follow with me. Okay, so many of you have seen my Smart Grocery Shopping and Meal Planner. This is a book, a workbook that I created to help myself stay under budget when buying groceries. For a long time, I didn't understand these guys. And let me show you what I used to do for grocery shopping, okay? This used to be my system. I would use shopping lists and then go to the store on using these shopping lists for many years. I mean, my entire adult life, I've been doing these shopping lists. How pathetic is this? It is sad. But this is the reality. This is how I would go to the store, and this is how I see most women at the store shopping with lists like this. What I didn't realize until lately, the last 6 months, that I've been trying to find a way to save a significant amount of money on groceries, because after my mortgage, my grocery bill is my highest expense. So I'm like, how is it that we're spending between $1,200 and $1,300? I know that's a lot of money, but that's what we used to do on groceries. And so I realized that going to the store with a shopping list was a waste of money and time, and I needed a better system. So I created this, the Smart Grocery Shopping and Meal Planner. I'll leave a link to my system in the show notes, in the episode notes, down there in the notes where whatever you're watching or getting this, so that you can learn more about it. But basically what I do is that I set a budget for the month, and then I use that money to buy my groceries for the entire month. And in order to do that, you need to, first, you need to start somewhere, and then you need to be evaluating every single week how are things going, because if you overspend 1 week, you need to cut down the next week. So let's look at my February totals, and I'll be showing you the screenshot so that you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? My goal for February was to spend $1,000 or less on groceries. My actual spending, guys, this is a great moment for me because this has been a huge challenge for many years, the last 15 years. I stayed under $1,000, way below. I saved $153, which means that my total monthly spending on groceries was about $846. The breakdown comes like this. On week number 1, I spent $255. Week number 2, $233. Week number 3, $192. Week number 4, $164. Now, this month, I had one of my worst weeks and one of my best weeks. What am I talking about? Before I started using this system, I would go to the grocery store basically every other day or every day. Sometimes, I have to admit it, because I was always I'm just going to run real quick to Walmart and get something for dinner. And I wouldn't take the time to plan my meals and prevent this from happening. So I would just go every other day. So first week of February, me, the person that created this system that's trying to save money, I did not do my plan. And I need to tell you this because you need to know this is not perfect. I mean, budgeting for anything isn't perfect. It is a process. But even when you fall off the bandwagon, you just have to, start all over the next week and just try your best. So look at this. The first week of February, I didn't do any meal planning, and I went to the store 6 days out of 7 days, and I bought a lot of little, purchases, $30, $18, $81, $25, a lot of purchases just to do meals for the night, okay? And this is exactly what I don't want you to do. This is exactly what I'm trying to move away from, okay? And that's what happens when you don't have a plan. What happens when you do have a plan? Well, you can see on week 2, I went to the store and did my grocery shopping, my big grocery shopping on Sunday. That's what I try to do. I try to get it done on the weekend and then prepare those meals for the week. Now, there were a few quick runs to the store, and mainly this is because both my husband and I's purchases, I have to log them because they're part of the grocery shopping. So sometimes he goes for something that he needs that wasn't part of the original shopping day, and that's why. But this doesn't mean that I was running to the store every other day. Now look at week 3. Week 3, I did my shopping on Sunday, and then I did not go to the store again until Friday, which many of you know, I buy and I make my meals, and my goal is to not go back to the store until Friday when I have to pick up pizza, because that's what we do on Fridays, or until the next weekend. Okay, so my goal is to not be running to the store during the week. So this week, week 3 of February was great. I totally achieved my goal. And then week 4, this is what I call a perfect week. On week 4, I did my shopping on Sunday, and the meals, the food that I bought on Sunday, I used it to cook the entire week. You see there's a purchase on the 28th, which is a Friday, but that was my husband and my son that went to buy some Gatorades and stuff they needed, okay? So that was not me shopping, that was them, but it goes inside the budget. In any case, let's look at the weekly totals. I stayed under budget, and as you can see, on week number 1 and week number 2, I overspent, because if my budget was $1,000, then the goal, if we're going to split the $1,000 by the 4 weeks of February, then that means that I have $250, okay? So I overspent on week 1, and then I made it up the rest of the week to the point that I even stayed under budget, which is amazing. Now, let me show you a little bit of what my interior plan looked like. As you can see, week number 1, there was no meal plan, and there was a lot of visits to the grocery store. I made a list of how many times I went, and that is pathetic. That's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Week number 2, I had a plan, and guess what? We did it. I actually stayed under budget week number 2, spending $233, $234. Week number 3, I had a plan, and not only did I stay within the plan, I beat my budget. This is so exciting. This is exactly what you need if you overspend on food. And then week number 4, this is what it looks like. I stayed almost $100 under budget. That is amazing. Guys, this system will change your life. If you are not doing meal planning, I'll totally recommend that you check this system out. I created it out of a need to stop overspending on groceries, and so far it's working very well. I used to spend between $1,200 and $1,300 on groceries every single month. Now, being below $900, that is a great goal. I would really like to keep it under $900, although my allowance right now is $1,000. So I've been reducing little by little how much I am spending on groceries. But I think under $900 would be a really good goal. So we'll see how March goes. I'll keep you updated. For now, I am so happy to share with you that my February goal was exceeded. I am extremely happy with the results, and this works. The system works. We just have to put in the time to make the plan and execute. And it's just like with anything else, you know, if you are budgeting your money for all your expenses, the framework works. You just have to put in the time to execute. So that is my update for my February shopping expenses. I hope this inspires you to also get a hold of your spending when it comes down to groceries and food, because you can use that money to pursue another goal. Just imagine the money that I'm saving on groceries, I could use it to go on vacation. I could use it to invest. I could use it to pay down my mortgage, and you all know, maybe you don't, but my next big financial goal is to pay off my house in 5 years or less. So this matters. This is going to help me make a lot of progress. Thank you all for watching. If you want more details on the system that I use to save money on groceries, make sure you're checking the show notes for this episode. See you next time.